our wonderful live stream. But before I begin, yes, let me introduce myself in case you're watching for the first time. My name is Dr. James Ong. I'm your host. And today is a very special day. So I would like to wish all the mothers in the world happy Mother's Day. All right, wherever you are, happy Mother's Day. And may this wonderful, beautiful day bring you all the joy and happiness that you deserve. Right, with me today, we have two different set of stories again. And the first one is about health, but it's not the typical health that we are, used to internally. This one is on the skin. It's something external. It's about an old scar, all right? And I wouldn't say old. I mean, it's pretty new, right? But there was a scar, and it's something that bothers a lot of people when they have a scar. And this is well, she's going to relate her story, and she's all the way from Texas. Can we please welcome Charlotte? Hi, Charlotte. Let me get you on a spotlight, and you have to unmute yourself. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah. Well, what time is it right now in Texas? Just for you.
It's 7:30.
Okay, it looks a little bit bright, I mean, from the back. And well, you have a wonderful story for us. But before that, may I have your permission to show what you sent me so that you
Please
can
do.
just relate how it happened? And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate this. All right, so I hope it's clear. So on February, we have that nasty scar on your skin, on your face. Would you like to explain how you got that?
Yes, I had a squamous cell carcinoma come up very quickly on my hand and also one on the top of my chest. And I went to the dermatologist and he shaved it off and did tests on it and said, yes, it's squamous cell. So he wanted me to come back and have it removed. And he made a nickel-sized incision on the back of my hand. And then he went all the way around the edge of that incision with and sutured it and pulled it. And it looks like the first picture. Horrible. It just was horrible. And he said, you're going to hate me now, but it will calm down. Well, it did not calm down. Before I got the wand, it just stayed, as you can see in the April 10th picture, that was before wanding. It still had bumps and pulls, and actually it hurt when I stretched my hand because there's just not enough skin on the back of your hand to pull that much up.
I know.
So
it's because of the lack of skin. That's why it scarred the way, the way it did. And interestingly, I mean, when you receive your wand in April, you took a photo, which is better than the one in February, but nevertheless, you can still, see the pulling effect of the skin around it. And then you started wanding. Tell us about it. I mean, did you feel any sensation? How did you do it? I mean, did you just blow on that spot for, several minutes or the rest of your body? How did you do it?
Actually, I did the techniques that they recommend, and I started with my hands and my soles and my feet and drinking the wanded water. And then I would then I just did all the points that they recommend, the 10 points, and I wanded my arms. And then I did pay attention to the back of my hand, but only for like a minute or so every time I would wand, which would be about once a day.
Okay.
And I noticed very quickly it changing, and it would change throughout the day. My husband even noticed.
Wow.
It was surprising. I did not realize, as silly as this is, I'm 67 this month, but I did not realize that I keloid scar. And so I was surprised at that, but I did not want this other keloid scar that I've had for about 60 years on the side of my leg.
Yes.
And I looked down the other day and I said, oh my gosh, it was like this long. Now it's like this long.
Wow.
I was so surprised. It was, and we were talking about wanding because my husband has one lipoma on his leg, and my son has lipomas all over him. And so we lent him a wand. And my husband said, I'm going to pay more attention to that keloid on his leg. Now he's been wanding as long as I have, and he looked down and he's trying to find that keloid, and it's gone. I'm sorry, I said lipoma. That lipoma is gone on my husband's leg.
Wow.
And he wasn't even paying attention to it.
Sometimes, like in that case of the scar, you had an old photo, but in your keloid and the other one that your husband had, how I wish you guys have, photos, but sometimes you just never expect, isn't it? And then it just happened, it disappears, and it's just too late to take photo, right?
It is, but the thing about my hand that I thought was so important is this is something on the outward skin that we can really see a difference with the iTeraCare wand, and also with the iTeraCare Bio. You just can't see everything it's doing on the inside. And some people say, well, that's not working for me. And I think, well, what else have you noticed about yourself? Have your headaches improved? How about your skin? What about, they're like, oh, my moles fell off. Oh, that's a big deal.
Really? My moles fell off. Wow. Okay.
Seriously.
And Charlotte, you mentioned to me that you have also been into other frequencies before, so it's nothing new to you. And that's why you purchased the iTera Bio, right? So,
yes.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I also have, because I'm diabetic. Let me back up for a minute. Because I am diabetic and I'm using the wand and I'm drinking the water, my numbers came down 20 points. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So I backed off all the enzymes that I normally take. And I wanted to see, well, what the wand can do and help me with. So it stayed like that for a while, and then it bumped back up. And I thought, well, this is weird. But I added the enzymes back because I take no medication at all.
Yeah, and I know you told me that you didn't take any medication at all. You're just using
no medication at all. Yeah. But my numbers were generally around 400 average. Wow. And I had no idea. I was undiagnosed. Diabetic evidently for a long time.
So from 400 it came down, right? When you use enzyme and iTeraCare, right?
Well, before I started using iTeraCare, I used all sorts of things to help it, every kind of supplement that they recommend. But I found that these enzymes, specific enzymes that I use, really helped me. But when I started using the wand, I got off the enzymes because I don't want to confuse two therapies.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it works well with your enzyme.
And so I had to add the enzymes back because the numbers went back up. But from what I've learned from using the wand is it kind of aggravates a problem that we might have. And so don't be discouraged. It's going to aggravate it a little bit, and then it's going to calm back down and be well. But at the same time, my blood pressure has come down 20 points on both numbers.
Wow. Now that's huge.
And remained there. It's huge.
That's huge.
And so that's why I say to people, don't get discouraged. It might not be the place that you're expecting it, but the wand is not the healer. The wand just wakes up the cells in our body.
You're right. I mean, the wand doesn't heal. It's your body that heals. Isn't it?
Exactly.
And what you mentioned a while ago is about the healing process, right? So some people, it may get a little bit worse before it gets better, and no one human being is the same. So just don't give up. Don't give up. Just continue.
And the wand's not going to take the place of a chiropractor if your back is out of whack. The wand's not going to take place of that, but the wand can help those muscles that get pulled when your back gets out of whack.
Well, just looking at your skin, I mean, something must have grown back, so I can only attribute maybe stem cells, right? I mean, your skin was like all pulled out, right?
Oh, it was horrible. It was,
yeah, so the scar to disappear like that means it has something happened, isn't it? Right?
It did, and I do use almond oil now I think that the oils that we use for our skin and then you wand over it is only more beneficial. Everything kind of works together.
Yeah, to complementary. Yeah, it does.
It does. And so because I have diabetes, I also have peripheral neuropathy in my feet and my hands.
Okay.
And I would say that they stingle. They don't just sting. They don't just tingle. They stingle.
Yeah.
And I read so much information about peripheral neuropathy and how bad it can get. And no, I'm not letting that happen.
Yes.
So I studied about the iTeraBio, and this little, they call it a foot spa.
Not little, it's very powerful.
Oh,
it goes all the way up, you can feel it, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my heck. So my husband started using it, and he put it on a 2, and he said a 2 level, and he said, oh wow, that's powerful. And I thought, well, he's a wimp. I'm gonna just put it on 7.
You put it on 7, right?
Oh my stars. Don't put it on 7. Don't start there. I say, don't go to the pain. When it becomes uncomfortable, back down. And I mean,
back off. Slow down,
slow down. It's a powerful machine. It's not only far infrared, it's got the negative ion.
Negative ion with terahertz, and the whole works.
But I couldn't find a lot of information and testimonies from people that have used the iTeraBio, and I thought, well, I'll be the guinea pig. Okay.
You're brave.
And so I can feel it, not just in my feet.
I know.
It comes
a lot of people have
legs,
seen them. Yeah, I've seen.
My whole body. And if it can help with wrinkles and with weight, I'm telling you, that thing will just fly off the shelf.
Definitely.
Your liver could fall out of you, but if it helps with wrinkles and weight, we will have a seller right here.
Definitely. Anyway, thank you so much, Charlotte, for coming forward to share your story. And I'm glad that the device has helped not only you, but you mentioned your husband and your son, and who knows, your entire neighborhood pretty soon.
Seriously.
So, thank you so much. And we'd like to wish you all the very best. And happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Goodbye.
Thank you. All right.
Goodbye.
Okay, there you have it. So wonderful sharing from Charlotte all the way from Texas. And with us now, this beautiful couple. I want to introduce them as from the Philippines, but well, at the moment, Peggy is in UK and Rowena is in the Philippines. So can we please welcome Peggy and Rowena? Hello, guys. So
hello,
welcome.
James.
Hi, Dr. James. Good evening.
Good to see both of you. Well, it's good evening for you and good afternoon for your husband. So anyway, congratulations. All right. Well done. And
I bet.
this is not the end of your
crazy.
Hang on, it's not the end of your destiny. This is only the beginning of what is yet to come. Tell us, I mean, I know you guys heard about it initially, but it wasn't the right timing, and then it took a little bit of time before you decided this is it. So tell us a little bit about your journey and when and why you decided that this is it.
Actually, the product, the iTeraCare device, was introduced to us in 2021, late 2021. But during that time, we were not ready because we are committed to another business. We co-own a company, and although we've been hearing a lot about iTeraCare, there was so much resistance. We did not even try to use the product. It was already with us in 2021, but we never really tried to even open the box, because I thought all the while that once I open the product and use the product, I would fall in love with the product, because I've been hearing a lot. It was actually our spiritual father who actually called us after a year in late August, and told us this could be the one you've been praying for, because during that time we were experiencing a lot of challenges with our business during the pandemic. And we didn't recognize that our prayers have been already answered. So our spiritual father told us to why don't you just listen first? And that was the time Upline Christian and Upline Jasmine talked to us about the business. And
wonderful people. So everything was handed to you, but you were just the wrong timing of your life, nothing wrong with that. And then finally you got the phone call, right? The spiritual awakening to your prayer. And wow, as they say, the rest is history. And then, derecho lang, right? So I saw that, at that time, at that moment, Peggy, I noticed that you guys came in and then started doing a lot of activities already. Now, I understand it's not just the Philippines, right? So Peggy, you're also focusing on UK market as well as Europe and probably in, US. Tell us about it.
Yeah, actually, when we started to go all out with the business, actually, it was really a journey. 11 months prior to September 2022, it was introduced to us. We ignored it because, like what Weng said, that once we get into something, we just give our 100%, no more, no less. That's the reason why we're afraid of committing, because we might, go all out again. So anyway, fast forward, it was in September 1 when we started, doing this 100%. That happened when we decided it in September 1. We flew to KL to meet the owners. Because we are going to gamble again with our names, with our integrity, and also we need to do some due diligence first. So after 4 days of my KL trip, I called my wife. This is it. Let's do this full time, 100%. And then since that time, there was no turning back. And, we just had some, exploits. I mean, we're really so in love with the product, and at the same time with the marketing plan. And we started sharing it with our group. Not just in the Philippines, but in the US, Canada, and even Europe. So that's the reason why I'm here. I'm supposed to stay for 45 days only, but due to insistent request from my UK leaders, I need to extend for another 45 days. So
wow.
Everything is
Rowena, I guess you just have to miss your husband for another 45 days. I'm sure it has been a very exciting journey since the time you guys decided to go all out. And before you decided, you had the old network, and that transition is always the difficult part, isn't it? Because as leaders, not only leaders, owners, you felt responsible for all the people who depended on you over the years, and you just cannot let them down, right? That's why Peggy, you flew to Kuala Lumpur to check it out. To feel, right, and also to meet up with the BODs. And well, I'm glad you did that, really, because I can see both of you really committed. We are Facebook friends, and wow, it's all over UK. I miss the place, really. So tell us what is in store for you in the next few months, because we are planning to have a big convention in Thailand, the 2nd year anniversary, where we are expecting about 10,000 people. I'm sure you as leaders, together with your other leaders, would have made some plans. And tell us about, would you like me to show your photo that you sent to me, Peggy, and then we'll talk a little bit about your group, and then you can tell us about your plan. Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. By the way, to all our viewers, when we have successful 3-star managers coming to our live stream, you see them, but what you don't see it's all the hard work behind the scenes. So it's good that Taggy asked me to share this, and just take a look and all the and more. I mean, I'm sure there are so much more, right, Rowena? I'm sure this is just tip of the iceberg, probably, you know, and meeting after meetings and meetings and meetings, and I don't know how to call it. And also a big shout out to all your leaders, right? 2-star manager and 1-star. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you guys would say something. You know, I feel it, you know, a lot of emotion involved. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work.
Actually, Dr. James, we just had a meeting with the team last night because we're already planning for the event this coming January, and we want to meet them. Most of our leaders are outside the Philippines. So we usually conduct Zoom presentations, Zoom meetings, and it's quite different in UK because they meet face to face. But for me here in the Philippines, since most of our leaders, these 1-star, 2-star managers are actually, they're all outside the Philippines. They're from UK. This one are from US, Canada, and UAE. So
Wow.
we're used to doing the meetings more online. So the opportunity in UK is a different one where they get to meet almost every day with the leaders.
Yeah. Wow, both of you are, I would say, international leaders. You know, you have people from spread across the continents. Amazing. Well,
Yes, Dr. James, actually, we're very comfortable sharing the business for the past 3 decades abroad. So our networks are really abroad, you know, it accounts to 80 to 90% of our group are abroad. So that's the reason why we are really, we are really committed to really support them if we have time. You know, this is just my first trip of this year for UK. We're planning to go back again with Weng here on the 3rd quarter of this year to support the UK and UK leaders. As per our plan for United Kingdom market, because we are pioneering here in the UK, that's the reason why we are focusing our attention here in UK, because UK market is really huge, and leaders are really, committed. They're really rising up, and they're really, they're really on fire doing this business. And that's the reason why it's really my prerequisite for every leader. If you are so committed, who are we not to commit to you, right?
I know.
If you want to fly with us, just lay your cards. We will double our effort. We'll double our time for you. And because at this point in time, Doc James, we cannot play around anymore. We mean business. Okay, that's the reason why that's our thing.
It's the commitment that you reciprocate with your leaders. Yes. And right now they are on fire, and you just have to be there for them, with them, and make this work for them.
Yes.
It's always about them, isn't it? And I'm sure you guys are already planning like how many are going to Thailand, I'm sure, and also how many 3-star among them will be in Thailand, and so on, right? So very exciting, very exciting. So that's why, I mean, rather than we just talk like this and people are looking at you like this, my, there's a lot of planning behind the scene. And
yes, actually, Doc James, we are eyeing at least 3 stars here from UK, direct 3 stars. So that's the reason why we're really so passionate in helping them to reach their goals also. Yeah. Aside, of course, from the in Canada and then in the rest of the world, US.
Having been in the industry for 27 years myself and being exposed to, just like you, I've learned one thing, that network marketing is different in the approach, with different cultures. I'm sure you would agree with me, right? for example, building in the Philippines and building in UK or America. Again, UK and America, there are differences as well, and not forgetting different parts of Europe. So it's not something that you just say, hey, I want to go there, fly there, and that's it. It's just about the knowing. And you guys have spent, you mentioned what, decades, right? It's a decades of knowing. So you guys are great leaders. I can see that you're doing it from here, and that's very important. And it's something that once you believe, you just can achieve. There's nothing that can stop you. And network marketing is just one of the best industries, really. It's for anyone and everyone. It's just whether you want it and how badly, and the burning desire that put you there, isn't it? So I really hope you guys all the success that you deserve, and I can see that you'll be going higher in Thailand together with your team. And it's a great opportunity for people around the world to fly to Thailand for this convention, because imagine 10,000 people and the lucky draw is $1 million US. Wow. I mean, over here in Malaysia, remember the Mercedes-Benz? What more in Thailand? $1 million US worth of lucky draw prizes. Wow, that's a wow. And I think just the meeting of even cross line or whatever line doesn't really matter, but just going there and experiencing it, and then going back to whichever country you came from, I think that's just so exciting. I can't wait to, just like you guys. So tell us, I mean, how you guys going to work together? Or, I mean, you are over there, there's a lot of sacrifices, isn't it? I can feel you, I mean, as a couple, you have to be separated for so long. So tell us about your plan for your team in the coming months.
Yeah, it's actually a commitment, Dr. James. You're right. It's not easy, but we committed to it, and we are encouraging our team to go to Thailand. To Thailand, not just as spectators. We want to maximize the time and we encourage them to be also recognized. And we're so blessed with the company's generosity, that the enhancement that they announced a few days ago about the profit sharing, about the additional incentives. We're really so blessed and happy that the company really has a heart for the leaders, for the people who are really behind the success of Prife International. And we are supporting all our leaders all the way, and we will be in Thailand to see you all there.
Yes, Taggy. Would you like to add on to
yes,
what
Dr.
your...
James. Yeah, we are really committed because we are so consumed in building their foundation, because we started organically. So, it's very important that we really need to spend more time in building them up, and especially the foundation. So we are very also devoting a great deal of time in really training them.
Yeah, I was about to come to that, because I can feel that the way your approach is really going deep into the training, and you are duplicating. And by empowering people with the knowledge of actually doing the business, that is where they will not only sustain, but will grow. And you are actually duplicating to multiply. And that's a very good, I strongly believe in that. And
yes, Doc James, Doc James, back in the US, when we started in the US and Canada market, we started with a diamond, silver accounts. That's the 3 accounts. And we are duplicating here in the UK. And 90% of the group here in UK right now are upgrading to diamond and silver. So it's just a matter of, letting them know that the benefits and the advantage of having a diamond account.
Yeah. I love you guys. I mean, you guys are amazing. And the way you all are doing it is, sometimes our industry is being bashed on by people saying that it's a scam and all that. It's because of leaders who practice manipulation, exploitation, and so on. But you guys are genuine. You're really going all out to teach them the right thing. You're partners with your leaders down the line, and I love that. I think that's the proper way of doing network marketing. Don't you agree? Rather than hoo ha ha, and then they get all the buy-ups and whatnot. And well, I'm not so much into that. I'm more into the knowing and the teaching, and then the duplication and the doing. And yeah, that's more solid to me. That is more solid, because knowledge is power. Amazing. Fantastic. So thank you so much, guys. I think, is there anything, last words that you all would like to share? Thank you to your downlines or BODs, whatever, right?
Yeah,
Please go ahead.
honored.
In this industry, we really believe that there's no self-made. This is an effort, a group effort, a team effort, and we treat our leaders as our family. Sometimes we also go through a lot of challenges, but we work it out together, we decide together. And you're right, Dr. James, it's more on relationship. It's more on empowering people, bringing out the best in people, because it's so rewarding to see people who used to be shy, just like me, now ready to face the camera, ready to talk in front of people. It's so rewarding to see people stepping out of their comfort zone and sharing their success stories. So I'm encouraging all of you, this business is not just all about money. It's a mission to help people, to give, to let the whole world know that because this could also be an answered prayer for them. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see a company as generous as Prife International and so supportive BODs. Thank you.
If I can just add, I'm sure one of the main driving force of you guys coming into this business is because of the effects of the product, right? The many people down the line that you have seen, many testimonies down your own group alone, that sarap na feeling, diba? It's something that money cannot buy. So, wow. You feel
yes,
so
Dr.
great.
James, I would like to take this opportunity to really thank everyone, to give credit where credit is due. I would like to really thank all the BODs in headquarters, Malaysia, KL. So we're really thankful. We are, it took us a while to decide to go all out with Prife, but when we decided, there's no turning back anymore. So that's the reason why we are the type of couple who don't have any plan B. Okay, we don't have any plan B, and we're seeing a lot, with this business. That's the reason why we're very careful about building foundation, because this is not a one deal thing. This is long term. It will last for decades or even more than that, right? So that's the reason why we are so cautious. And I would like also to thank our sponsors, our direct uplines, Christian and Jasmine Baluran, the Sapphire directors, also Faith and Nathan Demicilio. They're so they're so supportive of us. And of course, our top uplines I told her this already, that I've been selling her story. I've been selling her income. I mean, the package. The pearl of the great price. Glory Quaresma. Oh my gosh! If not for you,
You know what's the good news? If I may, I hope she doesn't mind me now. They're both coming onto the live stream on June 4, all right? So all of you viewers out there, just block out that date, all right? June 4, we will have a Ruby director.
I've been telling,
Finally.
I've been telling Upline Gloria that I've been selling her story. I've been selling her success story, even her, even her income. So I'm really thankful to Pearl Director Gloria Quaresma, and of course Kuya Benj Quaresma. And of course, we want to thank also our team. If not for you, we are not talking here right now with Dr. James. So we are so thankful. We're so grateful. Even our business partners like Sapphire directors Mark and Sarah Cariaga, and of course Iman and Timmy Abelia. So we are one with this. When we decided, we're as a team, we entered Prife and as a group. So we are right now reaping the. And by the way, before we close, Dr. James. Like what I've said, for the past 3 decades of involving ourselves with multi-level marketing or network marketing, this is my first time that it really broke the mindset that I had before. Here in Prife, you can plant and harvest at the same time, and that's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm talking about the financial rewards. You're giving this, and Prife will give you like this, in return financially. So that's something that I'm new to this business. That's why I'm very grateful.
I know. I mean, I've interviewed 3 stars from Indonesia, Thailand, Ricky Brandino. I mean, they're all sharing. Of course, the income varies from 30,000 a month to 40,000 a month, US dollars, and it's like, wow. And it's life-changing. Of course, when you get higher, I mean, like Christian Baluran and wife and our super top number 1, numero uno. Wow, I hate to think, and it's just amazing. I mean, and we're not even up all the way to the highest yet, right, guys? So can you imagine what will happen in Thailand? I can't imagine. So see you guys at the top. That's all I can say. And
yes,
continue with your hard work. I mean, you guys deserve it, and you deserve more. All right. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having us, Dr. James.
Thank you, Dr. James.
All the very best to both of you. All right. So. And once again, happy Mother's Day. Well, there you go. Hope you guys enjoy this live stream, this particular session that we have. It's pretty amazing. Thanks to the BOD's network marketing experience. That's why sometimes even before you can ask, they already know what you want. And that makes a lot of difference. Right? So that's also one of the main reasons for Prife's success. I mean, there are many pillars that you look for before you join and jump into a company. And definitely the pillar about the management is very, very strong. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and enjoy your Mother's Day, and see you again next week. And like I said, Gloria and Benjamin are coming on June 4. Bye. See ya.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prife International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prife International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.